Hi Aries! Are you so excited? I'm so excited. Because we're doing your general monthly tarot reading for May 2019. It is a general tarot reading, so it's not going to resonate with everybody, but let's take what does, let the rest go. I'm going to be doing it a little bit differently than I have been. Hope you guys enjoy it. Other than that, let's get into it. Alright, Spirit, I ask that you give me eyes to see, ears to hear, clairvoyancy, wisdom, compassion, humility, love, light to read, see, hear, feel this message clear for the sign of Aries, for the Aries Collective, for the month of May 2019. Make me a clear channel for all messages that they might need throughout this month, Spirit, that will serve their highest good. Thank you so much. Alright. Aries, what is the message for Aries for May 2019? Okay. What do we got? What do we got? Eight of Swords. Seven of Wands in the reverse. Three of Wands in the reverse. Queen of Cups in the reverse. Okay. What's the story for Aries for May 2019? Judgment in the reverse. Aries, what's going on, sweet babies? Story message for Aries. 3 more cards, please, Spirit. Just 3 more cards for Aries. 3 more cards for Aries. 3 of Swords, okay. 2 more cards for Aries, please. 2 more cards for Aries for May 2019. 2 more cards for Aries, please. Thank you. Okay. The Fool in reverse. Okay. The Tower. And the Ace of Wands. All right. Okay, so let's look it up. 8 of Swords. Really entrapping ourselves within our own thoughts. Really being held prisoner within our mind. Thinking the worst of things. Being able to, or feeling that you're unable to get out of a certain mindset, situation, feeling. But it's all coming from within yourself. It's made up, because if you would just allow yourself to, you could really cut free like nothing, unblind yourself and walk away. Being in your head so much, Aries, is putting you at a disadvantage point. Really putting yourself at a disadvantage point. You keep waiting for your ships to come in, but you're not doing anything to manifest it. By keeping yourself stuck in your own head, and by letting your ego and your pride flare up and not listening to anybody really, because you feel like you don't have to. That's what's putting you at a disadvantage point, and it's what is causing your ships to slow down and not get to you as quickly as you would like them to. Also, what helps that is to be very emotionally responsive and have your emotions more control over you than you have over them. It's causing you to make poor judgment calls. It really is. And feeling like you're at such a disadvantage at whatever this is in, or whoever this is with, is really breaking your heart. It's really weighing on you. looks like towards the end of May there will be some kind of tower moment. The tower moment is when the universe shakes things up because you can't make a decision and you choose not to get out of your own way. So this is the universe aiding you, which in the moment seems like a catastrophe, but it actually is a major blessing in disguise. After this tower moment happens, the universe is going to gift you with some kind of new beginning, some kind of passionate, fiery, inspirational new beginning that you are going to really be able to move forward in. But right now it looks like you are really pretending like you have it all together, like you don't need any more help. Oh my God. You guys, what's happening? I'm sorry, Aries, but you need to get off your high horse and understand that you are just as human as the rest of us, okay? You do the human thing really well. You know how to conquer, you know how to win, but you also know what it takes to get there. And right now I feel like you guys are really putting yourselves through it because you haven't gotten there yet, okay? But the only reason why you haven't gotten there yet is because your pride and your ego and your emotions have been getting in the way, sweet Aries babies. All right, let's take a look at the Ace of Swords. What are we so in our heads about, Spirit? What are we so in our heads about? Can you please clarify this Eight of Swords? Can you please clarify the Eight of Swords for me? Please clarify the Eight of Swords. Please clarify the Eight of Swords. Please clarify the Eight of Swords. Ace of Cups in the reverse. Okay, Aries. Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You're so in your heads about some new love turning out like an old one. You're so afraid that you're going to be left out in the cold, that this new love that has been brought into your life is only going to keep you, is going to set you back, is going to have you left feeling out in the cold. What is the disadvantage? Why is, thank you. Four of Cups in the reverse and Eight of Swords in the reverse. The disadvantage is you are taking opportunities through emotional impulse that for the moment gets you out of your head. Can you please show me Three of Wands in reverse, please. Can you please show me the Three of Wands in the reverse? Please clarify the Three of Wands in reverse. Please clarify the Three of Wands in the reverse. Show me the Three of Wands in reverse. Can you please clarify the Three of Wands in reverse? Three of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, I just feel like you're really making up this hurt in your head. Like you are stuck. This might be a past hurt. I'm not seeing any like past tense, like, but I feel like this is, you're holding on to personal tradition, that's what I call it, of past hurts, past situations with people. And you're letting it affect your present. You really, really are. It's really, really clouding you. And it's keeping you from manifesting what you really want. Can you please clarify the Queen of Cups, please? Please clarify the Queen of Cups for me. Why is the Queen of Cups here in reverse? Queen of Cups here in reverse. Getting emotionally reactive, emotionally responsive because you feel like you might be giving too much of yourself, but in all actuality, this is your ego and your pride getting in the way. This is a very, it's feeling as though you're selfless, but it's actually, you're being very selfish, so you're caught in that haze. There's a fine line there. For some of you, it's just you don't want to give too much of yourself because you don't want to lose your identity and who you are. And you don't know how to communicate that, and then you become emotionally responsive, emotionally reactive. Can you please clarify Judgment in reverse? Can you please clarify Judgment in reverse for me, Spirit? Please clarify Judgment in reverse. Judgment in reverse is not making a plan of action, is staying stagnant, is refusing to make a decision and enabling yourself to move forward in your current situation or in general, or from things of the past, from a mindset of lack and limits. Can you please clarify this Three of Swords? Please clarify the Three of Swords. There's a new beginning being offered to you. You just have to be willing to take it and understand that it's not, it's new because you're new. It's new because it's your time to take a different path. It's new because it's your time to take a different approach to things, okay? You have a set goal in mind. And for some of you, it looks like what is either going to be hurting you or whoever you're dealing with is that someone's dream, someone's goal doesn't involve somebody else or anyone else. You're moving away from what you know doesn't serve you anymore. You're moving away from what you don't need, what tools you understand that are not moving you forward. You're moving away from that because you do have a set goal, and because I think what your set goal is to really get that fire back, really get that spark back. And for some of it means you have to do it alone, and so that might be hurting either you, whoever you're dealing with, or both of you. Can you please clarify this tower moment? Please clarify this tower moment for me. Please clarify the tower moment. And please explain the tower moment. That's kind of a lot. Please explain the tower moment. Please clarify the tower moment for me. So this bad news, it looks like someone having to give bad news of someone else being out of control and indecisive and very flighty. This tower moment is being found out in a negative way that someone has not been responsible. And has not taken people's feelings into consideration, that they have just been moving freely and impulsively and recklessly in their decision making. That's going to be the tower moment. Someone might be spying on you and realize that you have been acting this way, or vice versa, okay? Can you please clarify the Ace of Wands for me? Please clarify the Ace of Wands. You have to understand throughout all this mess that you are still exactly where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there, okay? This is all happening for a bigger purpose. This is another life lesson you must learn in order to get the wheel going again. Also, in order to get the wheel going again, we have to completely demolish what we have built on an unstable foundation, okay? To really We have to have those trip ups. We have to have those shakes because it points out where we're weak and what needs strengthening. Okay, that's going to be happening this month for you. Ultimately, when all this stuff comes to light, when all this stuff comes crumbling down, when decisions, what looks like are going to be made for you by the universe in some way, it's ultimately going to bring you that new beginning. And it's going to get the wheel turning again in your favor. Okay? Couple more outcome cards for Aries. Couple more outcome cards. Empress, Six of Swords in reversed, and the Four of Swords. So, an outcome is getting to a place where we really start embracing our feminine energy, where we really start listening to our own truths, where we don't run away, but we meditate on certain information that has been given to us. For some of you, I feel like the universe is trying to give you a new love, a new relationship, but you guys have this mindset and you keep looking at it like a past one. And in return, you are still being emotionally reactive, and it is attracting the same thing that you have manifested in the past as far as ill-conceived love. Okay. You might start to feel because this selfish kind of energy of wanting to do things on your own and not feeling your fire unless you do so is really going to hurt you, because I feel like the lesson here is actually to work with somebody. But you have to do it in the right way. If your intentions are already like this, then it's already tainted from the start, and there won't be any balance. But there's going to be a hard conversation that needs to be had. I feel like someone might blow up a little bit and say how they really feel, okay? But I feel like after you do this, yes, you might lose the person. Someone might get hurt, you or whoever you're dealing with, but it's really actually necessary for things to progress, okay? For some of you, when this happens and you say how you really feel, some of the people, like some of your partners, they're actually going to be into it. They're actually going to have a very high respect for it, and then the wheel is going to, and then that's going to show you something in yourself about how powerful you actually are and how powerful your words actually can be, okay? How key communication is, and whoever you're dealing with is actually going to respect this, okay? For some of you, you're gonna, even after this conversation is had, what is looking like a romantic partner, if it doesn't have to be though, someone's still gonna try to stick around. They're still going to offer you, well, it's like, let's work on it. Let's just take time to sit with ourselves and think about it, you know? It's not necessarily like, oh, you're breaking up. No, I don't see it that way at all. I see high respect for oneself, and I see respect being given back for that. Okay, but you really got to get out of your heads and hanging on to this mindset of like this unworthy, limiting lack mindset of not deserving love. It's trying to be given to you. But there's this very egotistical, selfish energy getting in the way of you and a very bright future. But like I said, towards the end of May, it looks like there's going to be this tower moment where things are going to start happening anyways. And ultimately in your favor. There might be people who are lost along the way, but there also might not. But we have to stop going into situations and not coming out of them out of fear. Okay? That's a lack and limiting mindset, belief in itself, okay? And it's only going to attract that to your life. Aries, come on. Make sure to stay compassionate this month throughout all of this. Okay? Make sure to communicate how you really feel. There's newness waiting for you if you allow it to come in, Aries. Alright, let's pull in Enchanted Map Oracle card for you guys. Alright, this is something to kind of just wrap up May for you whenever you're feeling in need of a little spiritual guidance. You can come and listen back on this card, okay? That's what I'm hoping this is for you. What is the message for my Aries family for the month of May? What do they need to keep in mind throughout the month of May? What is the message for Aries? What is the message for Aries, Spirit? What is the message for Aries? What's the message for Aries? Message for Aries. Message for Aries. What's the message for Aries? It's two and one. Just one card for Aries, please. Thank you. We have home in the reverse. Okay. If you guys can see that. Anyways, alright, let's read it. Alright, number 27. Okay, it says, if you don't feel at home, it's time to do a thorough and fearless inventory. Fearless. What are you hiding from? Are you afraid of being yourself? Do you feel that you don't belong where you are? What if you chose another path? Does your understanding of home perhaps dictate that such a place must be unsafe, unstable, or unfulfilling? It's time to love yourself and create a new sense of safety and security within. You might have chosen a situation that is familiar and led you back to the original source of your pain. No matter, because this is an important and powerful invitation to a new you. Say no to the pain of the past. Say no to the voice of your inner critic. No to those who want to dim your light to make themselves brighter. Choose a new home. Take refuge in knowing that beauty and a true sense of belonging lie ahead. Come on, Aries, you got this. Time to take action in a compassionate, understanding, clear way. I believe in you guys. You guys got this. You're right there. Right there. Alright, Aries, I love you so much. Thank you so much for joining me here on Lucid Suit Tarot. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and I really hope it helps. If you guys want a personal reading, my email is going to be in the description box below. I'd love to get to work with you guys. Other than that, I'll be seeing you in June. Okay? Lots of light, lots of love, and namaste.